welcome to Super Bale Sews. My name's Sarah. Thanks for joining me today. Now, I'm sharing this with you on Friday the 15th of March, but I'm actually filming it on Wednesday, which is the 13th of March, and it is my birthday today. So I have the morning off. I'm working this afternoon, and then Nathan and I are going out this evening. And I've had a really nice chilled morning. Took the dog out. Sorry, my hair has a life of its own today. Took the dog out, and now I've been doing a little bit of sewing. But yeah, I thought I'd film it today and then I could edit it for Friday. But also I have a bit of a confession to make. So yeah, right. First up, on the mannequin, you're just getting a sneak peek. It's currently unfinished. This is my work in progress, which is for the Jenny Stitches blog. And it is the Tilly and the Buttons Mabel dress in this gorgeous cotton lawn. Like, isn't it lush? And the colours are so good. Yeah, at the moment, the skirt and the blouse are separate. So I'm hoping to finish it by the end of this week. And then I'll get it sent to Jenny and she will post it whenever she's ready to post it. This fabric is lush. It's really giving me spring vibes, even on sort of a grey day like today. It's so nice seeing all the bulbs and stuff coming up. You'll also notice some real flowers, which I just have here. I thought you might like to see them. These are Nathan, my husband, sent them to me this morning. They turned up. We weren't really going big on presents this year because obviously we've had a wedding and we're doing all this stuff with our house, which I'll update you on in a second. So I was just like, oh, let's not worry about doing anything fancy. And we went away just for like a sort of staycation weekend at the weekend. And he'd given me this dog. If I've taken a picture, I'll pop it here. So we went to York. I think it was the summer before last now. And there's this shop there, which is like just soft toys. It's like a really little teeny shop. And I was like, oh, let's go in. I was like, if they have a dog de Bordeaux, which is what our dog Nala is, I was like, I have to buy it. I just have to because it's so unlikely. And we went in and they did have one. And he talked me out of buying it. And I was always a bit like, it was meant to be. And anyway, the most extra package turned up. And he gave it to me this morning. Here it is packaged. And yeah, and it's the dog de Bordeaux toy. He ordered it from that shop. And it's got this little like name tag that says like, to Sarah, love Nathan. And it's really cute. So I thought like that was my gift. Great. I loved it. And then some flowers turned up and I thought, oh, they must be from someone else, but they're from him as well. So I've been really spoiled today, which has been nice. Yeah, so what have I been up to? A lot of you, I think, will have watched my Sew Yellow for Endo vlog from last week. And I wanted to let you know what the winner was. Now, there was an obvious winner, but the idea that came second, quite a close second, was also really, there were some very passionate comments about it. So I'm going to do both, but I'm only going to do one as a priority now, and the other one will definitely happen in the summer. So the winner was, drumroll please, the Lemon Maya Sotis dress. I hope I have enough of this to make the Maya Sotis dress. I think it's going to be a really nice classic dress. I've had a little look at the pattern because I've not made deer and doe patterns before. I think I mentioned that they haven't had an extended size range for very long. So, yeah, I've been a bit nervous. So I might have to make a toile if I have time of the bodice. It said when I was trying to find the cup size because it seems like I fit quite comfortably into one size, but as I've said to you before, I often find that the shoulders are too big if it fits my bust. So I normally need to size down and then do a full bust adjustment. But I can't find, they don't have a high bust measurement. And the only thing I've found has said that it's drafted to a C or D cup. Obviously, those are different things. So yeah, I need to just have a little think, or I might just toile it in that size and see. But the lemon dress is going to be priority. Now, a lot of you are very passionate about the matching shirts. I thought the matching shirts might win, actually. I thought that, I don't know, I just felt like that might be the vibe. And I've decided I'm still going to make them. Nathan laughed when I said, I'm making us bright yellow matching shirts. And I had to promise that we wouldn't wear them at the same time. Apart from maybe for a photo. I didn't say that bit. But yeah, so if you were one of the people who's very passionate about the shirts, The matching shirts will still happen. They just probably won't happen in March. I don't even know if the myosotis is going to be finished by the end of March, to be honest, but we're going to try our best. So yeah, so this is the garment that I've got to finish. And then I have a few gifts to make. So I've got a couple more kiddie things to make before the weekend. And I want to make a little crafty something for my grandma because it is her birthday next week. My mum suggested that she might like a little case for her glasses to go around her neck. So I'm just going to do a little bit of crafting and just come up with a cute little something or other using some fat quarters, which I don't think will take long actually. But yeah, so I've got to finish this dress off and then do those bits and bobs. And then a few of my other spring ideas can come to fruition. Now, the confession I have to make is that, as I've spoken to you about previously, I have been on a fabric ban since the start of the year. That was due to finish, you already know where this is going, when I go to the Stitch Festival in a couple of weeks. And not only did I break it, I broke it badly at 3 shops. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I have sort of reasoning behind each one. But also I think in my head, I was just like, it's my birthday, treat yourself. So I did treat myself. But then I'm not going to buy any until I go to the Stitch show again, the Stitch Festival, and the So Yellow for Endo party, which is the same weekend. And then I might just have to put myself back on a ban. I might just have to be like, because I've just got so much to sew through. And I definitely am feeling more, I think having the ban in place, even though it was only efficient for 2 months, a bit over 2 months, it has definitely made me just be a bit more mindful. So I think I am going to maybe have intermittent no buying periods throughout the year and then just go on a spree. So I thought I'd show you what I bought. Now, the thing that kicked this whole thing off, I don't know if any of you remember, I think it was the year before last on Sewing Bee. I can't even remember which contestant now. One of the male contestants made this dress. It was actually out of broderie on glaze and they dyed it, the fabric themselves, and it was like a sort of turmeric colour. And it just sits in the back of my head, just the idea of having this sort of yellow orange toned sundress has just been there. And I've lacked the drive to dye my own fabric and I've not seen fabric in the right colour. Now this is not quite that colour, but what I loved about it, so first for fabrics, mentioned that they're actually embroidered double gauze. I've had a bit of a mixed relationship with double gauze. I sort of loved it when I first started sewing, and I went off it a bit, but this is, I mean, lush. So the reason I like it is because I managed to get 2 different sort of, they're not prints because they're embroidered, but 2 designs, but they're in the exact same shade. And so I can sort of put them together on one really pretty sundress. And I'm already really excited about it. It's definitely a summer dress. But so the 2 fabrics are, there's this one, which has, so it's all embroidered, this pattern. It's got these smaller sort of daisies all over it. And you can see it's this lovely sort of golden yellow colour. This big of So Yellow for Endo, except I'm not getting that sewed up in March either. So there's this one, and then there are the larger embroidered flowers. And these ones have like little cutouts. I don't know if you can see that. So in the middle of these little square things, they're actually cutouts. The centre of the flowers are solid. So I just thought that these 2, hang on, I'm not showing you this very well. These 2 together in a sundress would be really nice. And when I saw them, I thought they were going to be really popular. I haven't actually been on to check if they've, like, how much they've got left. They did have them in other colourways as well. So I'll put a link below to these colours. But if these colours are sold out, I'll link to the other colours. Or you can just have a look through the website yourself. But it was just such a nice shade. And I just, in the moment, I was like, I really want that for a specific project. Now, I think in my head, it's something like the NYX dress, but I've avoided making the NYX dress because it requires so much fabric. But I'm wondering if I can adapt from like maybe the Penelope dress by Emporia Designs and just like use that bodice and make like a bigger skirt, or they have a hack where you make it a button front bodice and then add a bigger skirt, or do I want a looser? I don't know. I've got options, but I can see the dress in my mind's eye, so I just got to pick some of the, whether I want, it's basically, I want sleeves, I want quite a full skirt. Do I want the bodice to be fitted or like looser is the main thing. Anyway, so that was what set me off. And then I just spiraled, guys, I spiraled. I don't regret any of these though, actually, because I think they're all very nice. Now, the next thing that set me off is I am on this mailing list for Nerida Hansen. I had really resisted buying a lot of those prints. You know, recently they've changed the model so that instead of everything being printed on Australia and then sent out, you can have them printed, the fabric printed in each continent. So I think they've got a factory in Germany. And so it becomes much cheaper to buy the fabric here because you're not paying for import from Australia. And I had been really controlled. I only bought this large check in sort of pinky, rusty burgundy colours to make some pyjamas, and I just resisted the rest. Now, there were two prints that I kept coming back to, and actually one of them I put in my basket, one of the ones I bought here, I put in my basket and taken out, put it in, taken out multiple times. And then I got this email saying that they might not be continuing to do the print on demand stuff. You guys, I panicked. I was like, I want that fabric. So the fabric, the reason I kept taking it out of my basket again was because I loved the print of it for various reasons. I love the colour scheme. I wasn't sure about what I would make it into. I'll show you what it is, but I think I have an idea of what I'm going to make it into now. So this one is called Millennial Summer. This is the one that's been in and out of my basket constantly. Now, the light's not great in here at the moment. This is a cobalt blue, so it's a bit brighter than it's showing up on the screen. And I sort of love, it's got all these people on it. It's got all these bright colours that you expect from Nerida Hansen, but it's got like sort of different body types and I just liked it. It's unusual. I sort of feeling connections with this girl with the blue hair and the little dog. Yeah, I just really like the print. So I'm thinking a Gilbert shirt. So I know that's my go-to, but it's just really good for bold prints. It's quick to sew. It's really nice to wear in the summer. Doesn't use much fabric. So that was what I was sort of thinking. Or sort of a woven t-shirt type top. So just something simple, because obviously the print needs to be shown off. Now, the other fabric that I'd been eyeing up is one of their floral designs. I should say I bought these from Beyond the Pink Door. They're sold out in a lot of places. And they came really quickly. They managed, even though Beyond the Pink Door are relocating at the moment, they managed to send these out like the day before they moved. Amazing. Right, so it's this one. Now, I can't remember what this is called. Sorry, it's got a mahoosive crease in the middle of it. But again, I just love the colours, and I thought, like, I've got enough of this that I probably could get away with making a dress, or like a full skirt, both of which I think will be super nice. So again, I just thought it's sold out in a lot of places. I don't know if I misunderstood this email or whatever, but I just suddenly thought, oh, there might not be endless restocks, which I sort of thought there would be. So I just was like, I'm in a buying mood now. Let's buy it. So I bought that. So I think one of those is cotton lawn, and then this I think might be a tencel. That also comes in another colourway, but I can't remember what it is right now. I think maybe blues. Okay, then the last thing, I promise you this was my last thing. You might have seen the Sister Mintaka, or Sister Mintaka, released this really amazing range of viscose fabrics the other day. And it was really like a huge variety of prints. Some of them were really unusual. And I knew they would sell because they were unusual, and the reactions underneath the post were like, oh my gosh, these are amazing. And there were two that I was kind of drawn to. I only purchased one because I decided that although I loved the other one, the colour was like a minty green, which I just don't really wear. So yeah, so I just was like, have some self-control, only a little bit of self-control. And instead I've bought this really, really bold fabric with plans. Again, I know I've got all these plans for our honeymoon. Am I going to get them all finished? I would like to think so. It's in October, and I'll start, I reckon, in like June, July. I'll get down to it. But I'm thinking of making like a little, some like sort of swishy shorts and a matching shirt. So a little co-ord set. this is an outfit I could only wear in a hot country, and you'll understand when you see the print. But that's my plan for it. And the other thing was, so she said she is going to have some at the Stitch Festival, but I'm going to the Stitch Festival on the Sunday. And previously, when I waited, so with the Strawberry Fair print from Fabric Godmother, I was like, I'm going to pick it up at the Stitch Festival. And then by the time, I think it had sold out by the Friday. So, and then I had to wait for a restock, which took ages. Yeah, so this time I was like, if I don't get it, then I might not be able to get it again. And again, I was in the buying mood by then, so I just went for it. So this is, this fabric is so cool. Hang on, let me again, this can be creased because it's come straight out. It was only delivered today. So this is the fabric. So, I mean, it's so smooth. It's obviously this multi-shell print. Loads of different colours, loads of different shells and fruits and starfish and things. There you go. I think I've shown you most of the designs. My little arms. I've not shown that off very well, have I? But it gives you the gist. I just thought, I've not seen anything like that in terms of a print before. And I thought that would look really nice in the Amalfi Coast. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, so I went on a bit of a spree. As I said, I don't really regret it. I'm not going to lie to you, because there was reasoning. It didn't feel like I was just buying for the sake of it. It was like they were all things where I feasibly won't be able to get them later, where I had plans for them. And also, it's my birthday. So it was very hard to talk myself out of it once I'd made that decision. But yeah, as I said, I'm then banned. No more until a week and a half when I'm at the Stitch Festival. So I'm actually making a list. I don't know, I should have said, if anyone is going, I'm going on the Sunday, and I will also be at the So Yellow for Endo party on the Saturday evening. And I'm going by myself to So Yellow for Endo party. So if you're going, please let me know, because I'd love to meet some of you in real life, if I haven't already. Although even if I have already, I'd still love to see you in real life. And also, if you're going to be at the Stitch Festival on the Sunday, I'm going with my friend Sophie, who is a very artsy, creative person. She's not a sewer, really. We started a pair of pyjamas about a year ago. Well, pyjama trousers. We still haven't finished them. So she's getting there. We're working on it. But yeah, if you are at the Stitch Festival on the Sunday, or at the So Yellow for Endo party on the Saturday, please do come and say hello, or like pop me a message to let me know you're going to be there. Yeah, I'm a bit scared about going to the So Yellow for Endo party on my own. This is a bit scary. But I'm trying to get out and like meet people in real life more from the sewing community, because I think that's something that I would really love, is to have more. And I have met some really great people. So I'm trying to be a bit more like, go to these things and meet people and make friends. And then, yeah. So do let me know if you're going to go to any of those. I have tried to make a plan. I think I said this before. The first time I went to one of these big sewing events, I was completely overwhelmed, and I bought the most random stuff. Like, I couldn't even tell you. I was like a kid in a sweet shop. I bought random stuff. And the last couple of times I've been, I've had a plan. I might buy a couple of extra things if I see them, but I'll be like, I need a sweatshirt. So I sort of was like, I want some printed jersey. I want sweatshirting fabric. On my list at the moment are some denim. I'd like to make a denim dress. I'm sort of seeing them everywhere, and I'm thinking I'd like to make a denim dress. I also am potentially in the market for another Sorrento jacket, but like a quirky one. I'm not sure what yet, but I'm just going to have my eye open to sort of that weight of fabric, just see if there's anything that catches my eye. And also, I think underwear stuff, mostly because the thing that puts me off, I've got some bra patterns, I've got some lace, blah, blah, blah. And I think it's really hard to find nice bras in like large cup sizes. So that's one of those things where I'm like, I know it would make my life so much better if I just learned how to make underwear. But the one thing that throws me off is the underwire, like picking the right size of underwire. And I find a lot of patterns are very vague on this, because they just sort of say, just get one to fit you, because everyone's different. And I don't know how to do that. So I have picked out a couple of suppliers who I'll be visiting on the day, and I'm hoping that I'll come away with the right underwire so that I can try and make my own bra. I obviously won't be flashing that to you on here because, you know, I work in a school, so it'd be weird. But that is one of the things that I'm really hoping to get done at the festival. I will sit down and make a proper list in case there's anything else. I always have my favourite brands that I go and see at all of these things. So I'm just looking forward to seeing people, really. And then me and my friend are going to go and have a good lunch and a natter after because we haven't seen each other for ages. So it's going to be really good. And yeah, I'll be in the shopping frame of mind. It's the start of the Easter holidays for me. So I will, be really, I think, feeling in holiday mode at that point. So it's a good time to come and say hello because I'll be cheery. Anyway, as always, I'm just rambling on now. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I'm sorry for breaking my fabric ban. I'm sorry, okay? But, you know, new year, new me. I can do it for another week and a half. And, you know, it's actually been 2.5 months. That's not too bad, is it? It's not bad going. So I just think I need to implement another one through the year. Intermittent bans. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. I can't wait to see you soon, and you take care. Bye.